How's everyone doing today? It's your boy Jeff. We are back on the Undisputed Podcast with my co-host, my boy Zach Cooper. We're going to be reacting to Mankind versus The Undertaker for the WWF title, the world title, at In Your House Revenge of the Taker. We were supposed to post this a couple days ago, but I had some stuff come up, so sorry for the inconvenience. We're going to move forward. Has some stuff come up outside of all this. So now we're going to get into it. Better late than never. And this match, in short, I would say is worth the wait, man. But we're going to go ahead and recap it, sum it up, and then I'll give it an official rating. Paul Bearer and Mankind, before the match officially starts, they end up cutting a promo backstage. And Paul Bearer was bringing up, like, burning the Undertaker or something. And Mankind was saying that, you know, tonight's going to be the best night of his life when he beats Undertaker to get that WWF title. You know, typical, like, heel babyface stuff going on there. They both come down to the ring, and Mankind and Paul Bearer have a fire extinguisher with them. And you'll see later on, like, how this all backfires, like, at the post-match stuff. But towards the end of Taker's entrance, you know, he normally does this thing where, like, he stands at the steel steps or whatever, and then he comes into the ring and does the whole theatrics. Yeah, he skips all that, and he goes straight in there, darting at Mankind, and is laying some punches into him, man. They go ahead and brawl, and JR on commentary, in the beginning of the match, brings up how Undertaker's right eye is covered up and how he was blinded. I don't know when it happened, but I'm going to assume it was either on Raw or, like, something before that. Taker ends up, like, having Mankind in chokeslam position and, like, throws him repeatedly into the barricade, into the steel railing or whatever, and then he ends up tossing him into the crowd. They brawl for a little bit into the crowd, and then they brawl a little bit on the outside, and then Taker brings him back into the ring and hits Mankind with the old school, after Taker, you know, gets some control in the ring on the offensive side. Paul Bearer then distracts The Undertaker, and Mankind is able to get the urn and hits The Undertaker either on, like, the back of his neck or, like, near the top of his head. I don't know, but he hits him with the urn, and he only gets a 2 count. And then Mankind goes for, like, a swinging neck breaker or something on an Irish whip. He ends up getting a 2 count there. Taker and Mankind, they fight some more. They have some holds, you know, Mankind trying to wear down The Undertaker, wear down that eye, and just wear him down, set him up for the mandible claw. And then they go to the outside of the ring. Let's see. Yeah, they go to the outside of the ring, and Mankind, he grabs this water pitcher that's just sitting at ringside, and he hits The Undertaker with it. You see, like, 3/4 of all the water in there come out as he's hitting Taker with it. That's okay, though. And then Mankind grabs a chair and hits Taker over the head, you know, back when, you know, you could actually hit people in the head with steel chairs, pretty much. But, let's see here. What else do I have here in the good old notes? Mankind then climbs up the turnbuckle, and he's on the second turnbuckle. Doesn't go all the way up, but he's on the second turnbuckle, kind of standing on the outside of the ring post, and he hits an elbow drop onto the outside on the Undertaker, who's laying down on the floor on the outside. And then Mankind ends up exposing the eye. He takes off that little patch that's surrounding the eye or whatever, and he lands some punches and then hits 2 pile drivers. The first one got a 2 count. The second one, he hits it or whatever, but then Undertaker is, you know, able to get up, trying to rally back, hits some punches, and then he hits that signature rolling clothesline off the Irish whip or whatever. Taker then tries to go for a clothesline in the corner, but Mankind uses the referee as a shield to basically, like, protect himself. But Undertaker, of course, takes out the ref. There's no ref. Heels are going to do heel things. And Mankind actually ends up putting the claw on the Undertaker, and it looked like pretty much he had passed out. Another ref tries to come down to the ring. You'd probably think, oh, you know, hit the claw and then pin him. But this is Mankind basically seeking out him, trying to beat down the Undertaker, put him down, embarrass him. You know, after the mandible claw, you could have went for the 3 count, man. He's passed out. Just get a quick 3 count, go home, WWE champion or WWF champion, mind your business. No, he takes out the ref, but it adds to the story of him wanting to beat down the Undertaker, I guess. He beats down the ref, tries to choke him out pretty much. Paul Bearer throws a chair into the ring. Mankind ends up getting steel steps as well. Taker pops up when Mankind's going to turn around with the steps, and he kind of hits like some sort of drop kick onto the steps, and it ends up making Mankind fall, makes the steps kind of fall on his chest. Taker then grabs the chair, hits him over the head with it, and then Taker rips Mankind's mask off when he rolls to the outside of the ring. Then he grabs the steps, he hits him with the steps, and Mankind just dives headfirst into this announce table. It was a crazy spot. Shout out to Mankind. Mick Foley just always putting his body on the line, man. For real. He was so dedicated to his gimmicks, man. Taker ends up, getting him back into the ring, and then he hits a choke slam. The ref magically wakes up, but Mankind ends up kicking out. So Undertaker's like, well, if the choke slam doesn't work, the Tombstone Piledriver will. He grabs him, hits the Tombstone Piledriver for the win. Undertaker retains the WWF title. And after the match, Taker is able to track down Paul Bearer and beats him down and Mankind in this little weird, awkward exchange. And then Taker returns the favor, and he ends up blinding Paul Bearer with some fire straight to the eye. When I was watching this match, up until like the midway point, I was thinking, okay, this is kind of an average match. I'm not going to lie to you. It's kind of average, 2.5 out of 5, right? But then the action started to pick up, and then we started to see some crazy spots, and we started to see, Mankind head first going through an announce table and stuff, and it bumped the grade up for me. I'm going to give this 3.25 out of 5. There was some good action in here overall, and listen, my grading scale is a little different, okay? I'm not Dave Meltzer. I'm not going to give everything, 4.5, 5 stars. We're not going to exceed 5 stars. It's going to be a little different, okay? That's not a shot towards Dave Meltzer, but if it's a 5-star, that means that it is legitimately one of, if not the best match I've ever seen. I thought this match was pretty damn good. So my grading scale is going to be a little harsher, I guess, but I really did like this match, and it did pick up towards the midway point when weapons started getting involved and stuff, even though I guess the ref just didn't see it. Maybe Paul Bearer is that distracting, but some good action overall in this match. Definitely towards the midway point. The storytelling, tying in the fire extinguisher being brought out in the entrance versus Taker snatching the match that Mankind had and using it on Paul Bearer. Some good stuff going on here, man. I'm going to give it a 3.25 out of 5. Pretty good match overall. Let's see what Zach Cooper has to say about this one.